Okay, so this is a tiny tutorial on how to actually play Sloshing Machine. So, I will go over it today with, although I am wearing my special gear, it's not really going to change the weapon that much. So Sloshing Machine is a slosher, but it's not a slosher. It's a slosher that has a blast, that's basically a blaster. So it's a slashster if you think about it. It has area damage, and it can hit over walls pretty easily. So if you shoot over a wall, it's very easy to actually hit someone behind that wall. The most important thing to know about this weapon is that because you can do that, you can hit people over ledges. But to compensate, your weapon fire rate is relatively slow, so it's easy for you to get rushed down. So you have to be careful of that at all times when you are fighting other opponents. This is very good as fencing out shooters. If you get underneath a sniper, which we can showcase here, you can defeat them pretty easily. And there's not much they can actually do about it once you actually get close enough to them. Like here. Now we can do that and run away. Now that's something you could just do with Machine. You could just hit around the corner and kill someone for free. Other weapons can't necessarily do that. A blaster could, but it doesn't have the same paint. It doesn't have the same speed as this weapon does. Now I'm using the vanilla kit, the one that has Fizzy Bomb and Splat Bomb, otherwise known as the much better kit. Now the other kit, which I will also show, has point sensor, which can be used to find your enemies much faster, and it has Trizuka. I prefer the Fizzy Bomb, Booyah Bomb kit because you have extra paint, you can fence out your opponents more, you can spam more garbage at them and defeat them quite easily, and you have a special that gives you health that can allow you to move for free. So overall, it's a pretty good advancement. Now as a machine, it's pretty good that you also do shark occasionally to get as many free kills as you can. Dodge bombs, make sure that you have adequate paint. And let's see. Alright, so the sniper's still running away from us. Not for long, no. They will be hours soon. Catch up to them. So now, make the great escape around. Alright, this person there. Let's ignore him. Now, as a machine, if things get hairy and you do get rushed down, you do want to actually be able to run away from your opponent as much as you can. So if you can run away and jump back, you'll be in excellent position to defeat your opponent as they can't hit you. So you can recharge, get a Booyah Bomb or a Zuka, and win. Simple as that. Now this is by no means a shooter counter. It's not supposed to be. But you can sometimes think of it that way. If you have the angle and they don't, you counter them. Simple as that. Machine, as Booyah Bomb, is also extremely effective at reducing crab tanks, bubblers, anything that you could think of like that. So, if there's any bubble, there's a crab, you can neutralize it. But do be careful though. If there's a crab, they can shoot you faster than you can fire the Booyah Bomb if they have full charge, so be careful of that. Booyah Bomb only has 450 HP, so it's easy to shred if you have multiple people on it. I would say if you're fighting a stamper, it might be best to run away, like dip back a little bit, stay in the ink a little, stay in the ink, duck in the ink, you know. It's not that much they can really do to you. If you duck in the ink and then shoot, it'd be a much easier time to maneuver around them and they're dead. Now I will show you the other weapon. I have this one 9-starred. I will show this one. We'll go back in the turf war. Now this one, compared to the other one, is point sensor so you can find your opponent So now that you know where your opponents are, you can shoot over a ledge or shoot where you need to hit them. I especially recommend machine if you're on low ground but you can shoot up a hill. That will be highly advantageous. You can shoot up the hill, and then you're in a good position. You know. I think Dawn's in my game. I don't know if that's them, but if it is, thank you for being in the video somehow. Doubt they know they're being recorded. Alright. Now, dualies I usually find as a slosher to be quite easy to counter because they can't really jump over you. It's kind of over for them if you see them. Alright. We fixed that right there. So, you as a machine, you could just do that. If there's a crab tank and you're not in the special, you could just shoot over it and they die. As long as you can actually hit your shots and arc up like that, you'll be good. Now I'm playing with default stick controls. I'm not playing with motion at all, as you can tell. So you can do this on any Switch that has a viable Joy-Con connection. If your Switch Joy-Cons are broken for whatever reason, don't use them. But you can still probably play this weapon even with broken Joy-Cons, because you don't need to aim that much with this weapon to have fun. You don't need to aim that much. But I've been playing this weapon for almost 2 years. Alright. 3. So we're going to throw 2. We're going to mark our foes. I'm going to mark them. I'm going to try to find some way to get up there. Ooh. Machine. W. You can just do that. Now, you can't always rush them, but people have a really hard time fighting machine. This is extremely evident in how quickly they run away from you. Not the dualies, though. They have faster kill rate than I do. But you see what I mean? We're just winning. We didn't even have to try that much. For the future, I hope that future machine kits, we get a bubble. That way, if people try to push into you, you just have a wall. And they can't do anything about that. This guy, one thing to know, if you are a machine player and you're fighting Blaster, they can actually kill you faster than you can kill them. But they have a better range advantage in a way, because Blaster has a bigger AoE radius. Whereas you don't have that. You don't have that capability. If you get hit, you're down. Because if they shoot once and they hit you, all they have to do is walk forward a little bit and you're dead. Now that was the basic tutorial of how to play Sloshing Machine both kits. Obviously there's a lot more to know, but all you need to know is that you need to shoot at your opponent. If there's a wall and your opponent is behind that wall, shoot above the wall. You'll hit them anyway. And always make sure to chase down the opponent whenever you can. And if they're trying to chase you down, make sure you back up. You back up, hide and yank, shoot them, they die, you win, and then keep going. Alright, that's it for this tutorial. It was 9 minutes. That's all you need to know. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.